Thank you for joining us. And we're returning to our story on the different forms of transportation in Lagos State, particularly since the governor of Lagos State has been speaking on the planned Red Rail project. And we have joining us in the studio Dr. Olayinka Agunloye. He's a senior lecturer in the Department of Transportation and Logistics, Urban Transportation and Logistics, University of Lagos. Welcome to News Across Nigeria.
Thank you so
for
much
joining us.
for having me.
Yes, indeed. Now, the Lagos State government is making more and more investment in transportation, in water, and now rail transportation. When these alternatives come on stream fully, how will it impact on the quality of lives of Lagosians?
Thank you so much for that question. And what the Lagos State government has done is part of the demonstration of the deliverables that are expected in any transportation planning. We have been preaching intermodal transportation system, and the Lagos State government has just delivered a part of it, because the rail transport is something that shouldn't be taken for granted, and this is a mode of transport that has been neglected for quite some time. So it is a step in the intermodal transportation system that we have been preaching. And the benefits that are ascribed to this kind of development is that the economic situation will be better, people will get employment, the safety of people in terms of transportation will come on board, the fare that people will pay, that's the amount people pay for moving from one point to another, will be cheaper when you look at it denotatively. Most times people will say rail is expensive, but when you look at it beyond the surface, you see that it is cheaper. Then when you also look at the integration, the transportation integration within city, then also the transit-oriented development, which is a subset of the Sustainable Development Goals, will also be tactically achieved. And I want to submit that there are 3 levels. This is one of the levels of transportation, which is the strategic transportation planning level. We have been at the stage of the operational level. We have been at the tactical level. This is a level of demand and supply.
Okay.
And I want to say that the Lagos State government has, in their strategic transportation master plan, they have 6 rail lines in mind. So I think they are doing 2 at a go. There is the blue line, there is the red line. The red line is around 37 kilometers. That is from Agbado to Oyigbo, Ido also, while the blue line is between Marina and Dokoko.
Yeah.
So there are several benefits that definitely will come on board. And those benefits can all be encased in the economic dimension, they can be in the social dimension, and they can be in the environmental dimension. The aspect of pollution will also be tackled. Then when we talk about mass transportation, this is another dimension of mass transportation, taking the road mode into consideration, because there are several number of cars that will leave the road. The aspect of congestion will also be tackled, because I know it is going to convey, from the estimation I did, I know it is going to convey more than 500,000 passengers on daily basis. So if you look at that, divide it by 4, it will tell you the number of cars. That is, if there is an implementation, if there is an action for carpool in the sense that you shouldn't go out alone with your car. So if we are 4 in a car, so you can look at the number of 4s that will be taken in those number of passengers. So that suggests that the aspect of operational road traffic delay will go. The aspect of fixed road traffic delay will also go. So we have a better Lagos, because if you look at the population of Lagos now, it is gradually going beyond.
So it brings us, it's taking us now to the next level, which is how can these, for the purpose of interconnectivity and efficiency, how can the 3 modes of transportation be synchronized, to help the people? Very
good. The other time I talked about transit-oriented development, TOD. The transit-oriented development is saying that you should have an average time that you should walk between your place of residence to a boarding point. So by the time you connect these three modes together, the road mode will not be stressed, and that will suggest a safe and more efficient transportation system.
We want to thank you very much. We wish we could continue the conversation, but thank you very much, Dr.
So
Olayinka Agunloye from the Urban Transportation and Logistics
Urban and Regional Planning
Department of the University of Lagos.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Over 500 youth trained in Information and Communication Technology Youth Empowerment Program, ICT YEP, have received their starter packs from the Delta State government. Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, represented by his Commissioner for Youth Development, Ifeanyi Eguyenga, made a formal presentation to the beneficiaries at the Government House in Asaba, where he urged them to make good use of the opportunity to launch themselves into the technology world.